Hi Sagittarius, here's a general look at your solar chart for May 2009. And I think it's going to be a creatively productive and practical month. Seeing to the devil in the detail. It's kind of maintenance orientated as well as being creative. So you will be aware of your physicality, which oftentimes Sagittarius you're not. Being a fire sign, but definitely there's a lighter, more spontaneous energy around this month for you. Now also for some of you, if it's the right time and if you're in the market, there's going to be romance in the air, and so it's nothing sort of serious. It's kind of this playful feeling around this month for you to tap into. And the right person could just cross your path. Now, some of you be in a kind of a competitive, speculative mood, but be careful you don't take risks, because there is a tendency for you to want to do that in the month of May. Definitely there will be this feeling, I think, of promise in the air. Now, you're going to get the chance to tie up loose ends and or reschedule a project or a goal that you'd had in mind, something that you wanted to do. There's a low-flying plane that just went down the road there. Yeah, you'll have to reschedule it. You have to maybe change a plan. So it's best for you to not fight against reality, rail against fate. Just say, okay, that's the way it is. And I think you'll feel like doing that this month, because I think it's going to be an optimistic month, but just as well to stay flexible. You could be looking again at health matters as well, redoing the diet, making better lifestyle choices, instigating a better exercise regime, being concerned a little bit with those sorts of things in a in the sort of normal course of your daily sort of life, and also being aware of it on behalf of others as well, I think, this month, Sagittarius. And if you're involved in your work or study or so on, then maybe you'll be doing a little bit of questioning after the 7th. You'll be asking yourself, maybe, is there a better way of doing this, or perhaps why am I doing it, or who, asking questions, being more questioning, and then maybe, as I say, rethinking it, and perhaps not going off on the line or in the direction that you had planned originally, maybe last month or the month before, or even the month before that. It could be there's hold-ups, delays there. Something might be holding you back. It could even be, due to transport, piece of machinery, vehicle, that kind of thing. Now, children could be a focus for many of you as well, and I think there's a good atmosphere there. I mean, it is actually a brilliant month for doing activities with children more. Because there's the planet Mars in this area of your chart, but definitely this, if you get the chance to, if you're invited, then to say yes, because there is definitely in the air the chance for more entertainment, having more fun this month. So maybe some of you are getting into a hobby or a leisure pursuit, and getting more serious about doing that regularly, and maybe that will be health, something to do with your health as well. Now, from mid-month, there's going to be a collaboration between your ruling planet Jupiter and Neptune, and then there's a chance that you won't be seeing straight, because they're not a very earthy couple. They're very sort of castles in the air, pie in the sky, but as a matter of fact, those two together are very spiritual, ethereal, mystical even, but extremely imaginative too. So that will be maybe quite an inspiring time for some of you. You'll you'll have like this sort of epiphany, maybe some of you, you know, and that'll be from mid-month all the way through to the end of the month. But as I say, they're not very grounded, these two. So I think doing these daily tasks that I mentioned earlier and being more aware of health and being just a bit more self-disciplined in that regard is going to keep your feet on the ground, because it doesn't come naturally to most Sagittarians, I have to say. Now, another thing that this vibration can do is sharpen your psychic sensitivity. Some of you could have telepathic experiences, good dreams, you know, which you maybe would like to write down points so that you don't forget the dream as soon as you can when you wake up, because there's a wealth of material coming from the unconscious into your conscious mind this month, Sagittarius, if you just allow it. Activities like meditation, all very well starred during the month of May, because you know sometimes you do live on your nerves. Sagittarians will know this anxiousness, and that's because the sign itself is connected to the nervous system and to the lungs. And so you know, any chance you get within this quite busy month really to chill out, to let go, to zone out, do you know, allow yourself to take that opportunity. Just one other thing, somebody could come towards you with an idea that seems too good to be true, and indeed it probably is too good to be true, or maybe their thinking is flawed. So you're just going to have to be a little bit cautious. This is going to be from the middle of the month, as I say, through to the end. Somebody coming to you with an idea, you know, somebody maybe inviting you into something which is just a little bit dodgy. Or it could be that somebody is sort of down on their luck and they're sort of giving you this story, and it'll be quite important for you to discriminate who is really needy and who is just being greedy this month. Now, those Sagittarians born between the 4th and the 9th, they're going to be feeling the squeeze. You are going to be feeling the squeeze of Saturn putting more pressure on you, making life slower and more of a challenge at times, a bit like climbing a mountain with a sack of rocks on your back. If you have birthdays, then you'll know what I'm talking about. This is a very tangible example of how astrology works, because this is the planet Saturn making itself felt in your lives. You can get a lot done actually under a transit of Saturn, but it's like you've got to push through more for it to happen. That aspect is going to pull away from the middle of July, so that's good news, I guess, but it's great for laying new foundations, so don't overlook that. And all Sagittarians have got Pluto now in their financial area. This means that you're going to be reprioritizing. This is a very long transit. It's be there for years and years. So early Sagittarians are going to be feeling this, reprioritizing what's of most worth and importance to you about your life. So some of you could be taking that talent off the shelf and blow the dust off it and start developing that. And you would definitely be reevaluating things now about, you know, how maybe you earn your money, why you do what you do, that kind of thing. Letting go of the false gods that get between you and inhabiting a truer, more authentic version of yourself. Well, that's it for May, Sagittarius. If you know your rising sign, have a listen to that too.